have you ever had a bad day in your language learning? What comes to mind when I say it? Plus, we'll discuss in this video, how do we cope with bad days in our language learning when our brains, goals, and plans just simply aren't working. Welcome back to episode 17 of the Confidence Reset for multi-passionate language learners who are looking for some confidence, joy, and a little bit more courage along the way. Plus some solidarity when we do have bad days in our learning. And of course, there are lots of ways to define a bad day. Maybe our perception of our bad day was made even worse by the day prior when we were actually feeling pretty good and confident about what we were doing in our languages. And then we compare it to the bad day where we might forget words, we might not understand everything that is being said. We might feel criticized. But of course, whatever experience you would define as a bad day, they all have the common denominator of making us feel dissatisfied and discouraged with where we are. Plus, they all share the commonality that they are always in comparison to our good days. We all set the bar for ourselves on what really a good day in our language learning is. And then once we see a good day, our perception of our bad days keep on making us feel even more discouraged. You can also think of this when we talk about languages according to language level, and I'm going to be referring to the European framework for this particular example. But whenever we think about A1, A2, all the way up until the advanced levels, if we are using the standard that other humans have created for really good reasons, right? But it's still a sort of standard set by society. So if we say, I am a B2, a C1 on my best days, and then maybe on my bad day, I feel like I can't even speak at a beginner's level A2. What is wrong with me? Perceptions and how intense those emotions feel in our bodies when we do think about whatever level we were at previously. The fact that we felt so good at that metric of B2, C1 compared to how we perceive and classify ourselves as an A2 at a lower level, that can really intensify the discouragement, feelings and emotions of being really dissatisfied with where we are, giving us a feeling of we are regressing. And especially when we are having bad days, it is hard to look at a situation a little bit more objectively. I offer this reminder to all of us when we are having language learning bad days. We are seriously forgetting how much our brains are working whenever we are learning another language. Remember the tense, having to remember the accent, maybe even the tones. If you have a language that requires that kind of thing, or that one vocabulary phrase that you wish you could include in your everyday speech, if you've been working on integrating it for quite some time, add that on to what most of us forget about when we are speaking, such as human interaction, different energy levels. Maybe you don't jive with the energy of the other person. Maybe there are distractions in your outer environment while you are trying to communicate in this language. There are so many factors to consider that are out of our control, that our brain is just trying to piece together. So if you have not given yourself credit before for really thinking about how much your brain is actually doing while you are doing this amazing thing of communicating in another language, then I am here to remind you today, you are absolutely incredible for still being on this journey and still seeking support for it when you know you are struggling. And again, as I was saying before, good and bad days are above anything else, our own perceptions of the situation. But most of the time, in many cases, they just are. They're just another day. It's how we perceive what happened to us. Now, of course, there are situations where maybe you were really criticized by that native speaker and you didn't deserve to be treated that way. But in a lot of cases, especially when we are adults trying to learn a language, and a lot of it is done by ourselves, where we are really our worst enemy and worst inner critic about how we are learning a language day to day. We spend the most time with ourselves in that way when we are learning a language solo. Important to remember that those bad days, above anything else, just perception. And a bad day as well could also just be a sign my brain is overloaded. I need to slow down with something or switch something just for today. It may also be low-key a signal that I need to tend to my basic needs first before doing any language learning around me for today. Remember that life ebbs and flows. It is never stagnant. There will definitely be days when we don't feel like we're doing something quite right, no matter how objective we try to think about it. But remember, all of this is truly a normal part of the language learning journey. AKA, you remember when I said that we are the ones that spend the most time with ourselves while we are learning a language. I challenge you to think about, how are you going to show yourself a little bit more kindness whenever those days do inevitably come up for all of us? What even small comfort can you include in a day when you feel down and let it add a little bit more joy? Sometimes I like to have my favorite blanket on by the side, a little bit of noise in the background with some of my favorite feel-good foreign music, and I would love to know your other ideas in the comments below. below. If you would like to work with me more one-on-one to see if we'd be a good fit, book your free discovery call in the comment section, and check out this video for more language confidence.